I'm live. Okay. Um, Nobody's here. This is the first time I've done a live. Well, oh, okay. It says there are a couple people here. Such an impromptu live. Usually I book it ahead of time and let people know. And I just did this like an hour ago. I thought I'm going to go live. Why not? I haven't done a live yet in the new year. And I had seen Buzz from Buzz's retirement garage. He did one earlier. And I thought I need to do a live. So sorry that I didn't give you guys any warning. I don't know. I didn't really have any plans for this. I just mainly I wanted to address um, some statements or questions from like a friend of mine earlier was saying how my last couple videos were kind of morbid, I guess. You know, I was talking about the Swedish death cleaning, and then this last one, I was talking about how I have more years behind me than I do ahead of me, you know. And she's like, "What's going on with this?" And I didn't even think about it. It's like I don't mean to be morbid. I'm just that's where I'm at this stage in my life, you know. Um, at this point from here on, you know, those are the kind of things I'm going to be thinking about. Hold on, I've got to set this up. Oh, hi. Okay, I knew I had people here. HBSV mom. What does that stand for, by the way? HBSV mom. Hi, Diana. Oh, you're on a live with Laugh. Like, darn it. And she's way bigger than me. Go. She don't need you. Tell Sheila hi. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, hi, Melissa. I know. I thought this would be nice. I can catch up with people and talk. I like, you know, lives when I'm watching other people's, you know, and they're talking with everybody. And I thought I don't usually do that. Usually when I do a live, I do it with somebody else and we end up talking, and then I don't even look at my comments. And I thought I wanted to, you know, talk to people. So, oh, okay. Nice. I was wondering, yeah, because you know how a lot of people have weird handles or whatever, and you don't know if they're something that's supposed to be humorous or sentimental. And like mine, resting witch face, you know, I think you guys know what it stands for. It's just a nicer way of saying that. And you know, when I first did this channel, people did not like that. I actually had several people begging me, begging me to change the name, and I was like, "Why does it bother you so much?" It's supposed to be funny, but they just took offense to it, I guess. And it's like, you know, I'm just being honest. I have resting witch face. I'm known for it, and it's kind of funny. Your son's initials are HRT. What's what's the H? I'm trying to think. What is there? Hank, Harry. I know. I think it's funny too. I thought it was a funny thing, but yeah, you'd be surprised. They wanted me to put Angel in the title, and I thought that's not really fitting for me. That was very sweet, but no, I think this is more suitable if you know me. So, but yeah, you know, everybody's got comments to make. So I did change it a little bit. It was just resting witch face for the longest time. Oh, okay. I've heard of that before. Is it pronounced Hamish? Am I saying it right? Or is it Hamish? Because I've seen it. And Harvey. Oh, I like that. We call him Blair for the middle name. Okay. Well, those are both, I like those names, and they're different, you know. My kids all have very popular names, which at the time I didn't realize that. So there's a million Britneys, you know, my daughter's class, and then there was a million Brandons, and and my oldest son Nicholas. You know, I was not creative at all, but my kids are. My grandkids all have creative names, very much so. Especially my oldest grandson. His name is Con, and it's Cahn. And the only other Con is my son's very best friend. And he always liked that name. So he named his son that. And we haven't come across another one, you know. So I like that. It was a very unique name. People pronounce it Chan, or they think it's short for Connor, but no, it's just Con. and it's very fitting. But like my name, names are unique to periods of time. Like we used to have Ethels and Mildreds and Marthas. You don't hear those names as much anymore. My name Dawn, actually, it's more for people my age. Whenever I run across somebody named Dawn, she's usually in her 60s or 70s. You have an RBF too? I know, right? I earned this. I've had so many people see me when I'm not talking or animated, and they always think I'm angry. And it's like, no, it's just my face. When I'm resting, I look like I'm angry, and it puts people off. I can't help it. I try to smile more. I do smile. Honestly, I'm a smiley, happy person. But when I'm not, my face just goes into this angry, I don't know. What do they call it for men? Because men have it too, but yeah, women are known for it. We tend to pronounce the H in New Zealand, Hamish, Hamush. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Are you from New Zealand? I didn't know that. Awesome. I mean, if you are, because I do have a few people here from New Zealand. So cool. That's one nice thing about YouTube. We get people from all over the globe. The only Dawn you're from. Yep. I know, huh? Why did they name that? Dish soap Dawn. It's supposed to be the best, by the way. Yeah, it does just about everything. But yeah, me too. But they did have the Dawn dolls. I've talked about that back in my day when I was a little girl, 1,000 years ago. We had the Dawn dolls, and long time ago. Hi, Tina. I love your title, Tina H. Beautiful Journey. Isn't that fun? We can have fun with these. A lot of people do, and then some people just have um, numbers. I've seen people, and it's like I don't know how to talk to you when they come in. And it's like, do I just say, hey, 18679? A lot of people called me Donna, or they still do. They think Dawn is short for Donna, but I like that it's spelled that way. I think that's cool. And most Dawns that I know, their middle name was Marie. Our mothers weren't very creative back in the day. Everybody was either a Marie or a Lee. Yeah. We didn't, and my dad, he didn't even have a middle name, which I thought was odd, but his parents had so many kids. I think they just ran out of names. So he just got a first name and a last name. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to talk some more about, where my channel's going right now. Chino Hills. Oh, wow. You're close. I don't want to give my way, but you're very close. Sherry's, Terry's. Yep. I've got a sister, Sherry. Yep. Kathy. Oh, yeah. A lot of friends, Kathy. Wisconsin. Wow. Always wanted to go there. It looks beautiful. My channel name, Life is a Journey. And if we find beauty along the way, it is better. I like that. Well, that's what I'm trying to do at this point forward, because my channel is Life After 60. And obviously life after 60 is different than life before 60. And part of it is, understanding that I have less time ahead of me than behind me, because I'm not going to live another 64 years. I mean, it could happen. Oh, we got Florida and Montana. Wow. We got people from everywhere. This is awesome. Toronto, Canada. Oh my God. This is awesome. How fun is this? YouTube is so fun for that. I love this, because otherwise our paths would have never crossed, right? Have I, I think this is normal at our age. These are the things we think of. Chino Hills. Yep. That's the way it is. That's where it is where I'm at. It's a very equestrian area. Arkansas. Okay. I've been to Arkansas. I used to live in Texas. Not too far. Just turned 60 last year. And oh yeah, 60 is not 50. Isn't that? There is a huge gap between 50 and 60. And in Australia. Yeah, on my demographics, it shows that I have quite a few people. I don't know how or why, but I'm so grateful. So awesome. Another Kathy. Oh, Ohio. Where in Ohio? My stepdad was from Cleveland. I've been there. I'm from Nebraska originally. I'm just the farm girl, but Yeah, life after 60, it just changes. And the things we think about, and to us, they seem normal, but to other people, they might seem morbid. I think about, like I said, I don't have as many years ahead of me. So, what years I do have, I want to enjoy. I want to make them the best. I want to be as healthy as I can be. When you're young, you don't think about that. You're going to live forever. So, you don't even think about all that stuff. But now that, it's getting closer and closer, and, I have to start thinking about this. You have to start planning, with trusts and wills and all that good stuff that you don't think about when you're younger. But it's just part of our life now. But it doesn't mean that we're on our way out. We're just trying to be prepared. And I know my kids don't like me to talk about it. I didn't like my parents to talk about it. It's not the greatest subject. It's not a happy subject. But I'm hoping that my kids are in a different position or state of mind when my husband and I finally go. When my mom passed, she was younger than I am now. And it just swept me off my feet, just pulled the rug out from under me. I wasn't expecting it. She was the first person that I ever lost that was close to me. And it took me years to get over it. And it shouldn't be like that. And I don't want my kids to go through that. I want them to grieve me, of course. I want them to be sad, but I don't want it to just totally wipe them out. And I want them to know that I'm prepared too, because my mom wasn't prepared. She got cancer. It was real aggressive, and she was gone with a matter of months. So she didn't even have time to think or prepare anything. So I think that's why. Thank you. It's been a long time. I keep saying 20. It had to have been at least 28 years now, I think is what it's been. I was in my early 30s. I was a young mom. Young men, exactly. I like that. Old men talk about their past because yep, yep, yep. And I watched this one gentleman, and I can't remember his name. I subbed to him. I think his name is Robert. And he, I think, is maybe 70, 80. And he had the funniest video. He was talking about how he's finally at that age that men get to. And he was talking about all the funny things that you do as you're older. But it was so charming because he accepted it, being very repetitive and talking more about his past and his future and all the things you do. And I really thought it was endearing. And I liked his attitude. It is what it is. We're all going to get there if we're lucky. And how you choose to handle it. No, it's never easy. Never easy. Oh, you have family in Eureka? That's where my daughter's at. Well, she's above Eureka. And she works in Eureka sometimes, though. She's a social worker, but she's in that area. I love it. I absolutely love where she's at. Trinidad and oh my God, Arcata, that whole area. Fortuna is just absolutely beautiful. The only downfall is it rains all the time. And I love rain, but it rains all the time, and it would take a toll on my mental health. Let's see. I didn't really notice any change in energy through most of my 50s. Now I find I'm tired in the evenings and bedtime is 9:30, but I can't sleep past 5:38. Isn't that crazy how that happens? It's crazy. Yeah. Now I'm a night owl, but I still find myself getting up earlier. And my mom used to go to bed at like 7 o'clock. It was unreal. I was like, Mom. And she'd get up at like 3 a.m. Nobody else was even up. It was dark out. I was like, why? And she said she just couldn't help it. It was just her biological clock. And there's a mobile home park nearby. And yeah, you'll see the lights on there at like 3 a.m. And it's not because they've been partying all night. They're just getting up. But that's very common as we get older. We go to bed earlier. Like I said, though, I'm a night owl. That hasn't hit me yet. One of my closest towns is Eureka, Montana. Oh, I hope it's nicer. That's the only place I'm not real crazy about up there is Eureka itself. It's a huge town. Just not, let's not talk about potty breaks. My husband and he was so upset the other night. He said he literally got up 5 times. It's like, this is ridiculous. Cause I get mad if I get up twice, cause you can't get a good night's sleep if you have to get up every, half an hour just to go potty. So I try not to drink as much before I go to bed, which is another thing you think about that you didn't when you were younger. Honey wanted me to tell you he used to live in Ontario. Oh, really? Okay, not too far from me. Like I said, I don't want to give myself away, but yeah, yeah, I'm in Southern California. Um, Originally from Nebraska, been out here for like 40 years. Your youngest daughter is 19, still lives at home and laughs at me falling. I do that. If I sit, I fall asleep. I have to keep moving. Yeah, you know, I remember seeing my father-in-law do that. It's and my dad too. They'd sit down and within minutes they could be asleep and it's like, what the heck? Well, I find myself doing that. So I just stay busy to avoid that happening, or I'll get a second wind. I'll take like a cat nap sometimes, 20-minute nap if I sit on the couch and then I get up and then I'm wide awake. And like I said, I'm till midnight, 1 a.m. easily. But I don't have to get up early now that I'm not working outside the home. Well, I do Uber. You guys know that. And I can do that whenever. But before I, I lost my job this year at the beginning of the year or my job came to an end. I was getting up and going to work every day, and um, yeah, I hated it. Why fight it, right? I don't know why. Oh, you're back. Okay, is Sheila's live over? Yeah, I'm getting to that point. I don't, but see, because I do Uber, I've been trying to go out and do the dinner rush, but recently I've stopped doing that because it gets dark out earlier. And there's another thing about being older. I don't like driving after dark. My eyesight just isn't what it used to be. So I yeah, I need to stay up so I could go out, but I've changed my schedule. I'm going to be doing more just lunch rush stuff instead of going out at night because it gets dark at like before 5 o'clock and people don't eat dinner that early. So there's no point if I go out. Diana knows, she's gone with me. We've gone out and I've had times where I didn't get any calls, until like 6. And by then I'm done. I don't want to be driving around. Yeah, I don't either. And that's one of those things I thought, what an old lady thing. I remember when my mom went through that. Well, here I am. I don't like, but that's one nice thing about doing Uber. I drive every day. I have to drive every day now. And it's been good. Because I was getting to the point where I like driving less and less. And I could see not driving anymore. I can see how that happens. And I'm so fearful of that because once you stop, you give up your independence, and I don't want to get to that point. I want to drive as long as I can. And I live in Southern California. You have to commute if you want to go anywhere. You have to get on the freeway. And since I've been doing Uber, my skills are better. I'm feeling better. I feel like I'm a better driver. Hello, everyone. Grizzly Warrior. Be strong like a grizzly. Yeah, that's the goal. Oh, you did Spark? No, yeah. I can't get on with Spark. I've been trying to get on with everything. Uber's the only one that there's no waiting list for. So aged like fine wine. Yeah, I like to think so. You're too rural and some of the deliveries are pretty remote. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing with doing Uber. I've done a video about it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And um, it can be scary, especially, an older lady by herself going up to strange households. I do it. I'm comfortable in my area. I've lived here most of my life and I know most of the areas, but it happened. I went on a call and it wasn't good. And it worried me ever since then. But now, I make sure I bring protection with me. I don't drive people, by the way. I thought about it because it pays well, but it just scares me. I hear too many stories. I prefer just delivering food and shopping and that kind of stuff. I would rather do that. But I would love to get on with Spark or Instacart or what is it with Amazon Flex. Never felt unsafe. Yeah, during the daylight. Exactly. I don't have a problem with it because I can see where I'm going and I just feel more comfortable. Spray or a hole puncher? Oh, are you talking about my protection? Spray. Yeah. No, no. Although, yeah, we're looking into that. I do want to do that, because we want to travel and we just feel like it would be wise to have that. So we're going to look into that soon. But no, just bear spray. I hear it takes people down. But yeah, so I'm not going to be doing that after night. I'm just, you said you were back a minute ago. Now you're really back, Diana? Oh, does she? Does she like it? Because I get so many people when they find out I'm doing Uber, just always say such negative things. And I'll tell you what, guys, I like it. Um, I don't put a lot of miles on my car. I don't live in a big town. Maybe if I lived in Vegas or LA, but all my orders are like 1.1 miles, 2.2 miles, and I'll do 5 or 6 orders and then I go home. So I don't put a ton of miles on my car. And it it was paying really good. It was paying, and I just needed a job that was paying after, I lost my day job. So I've enjoyed it. It's fairly easy. I like shopping. Diana knows. Yeah, she's my eyes at night. She has spidey eyes because sometimes I cannot see the address, and or some people don't have their lights on, whatever. And Diana can see it. And I'll be like, where are you seeing it? She's like, it's right there. And I still don't see it. I was like, what are you seeing? I need to eat more carrots or something. So yeah, it's been really nice. Yeah. I didn't do Uber for a little while. Well, I did it, but very sporadically because, I had a viral video and I actually made some money about a month ago. But of course, now I'm back to, you know, having to work doing both, which is fine. The goal is eventually I would like to not have to do both. But hey, if I can do it and it's bringing in money, I'm going to keep doing it. You have 2 Grinch mugs. Yeah, did you notice that, Diana? Now, Diana bought me the first one. And I absolutely love it. And my son, I did a video showing that she bought that for me. And my son had already ordered one for me, Diana. He was like, dang it. He couldn't believe that, you thought of it too, but they're different. The backs of them are different on both of them. So they both mean a lot to me. And because of who they came from. But yeah, isn't that cool? And then this one right here, the black one, that one's from the UK, from George. I call him my little brother. And him and his wife sent that to me. So that means a lot to me. And then my son and my daughter-in-law made this little sign behind me. And then my husband bought me the other one. So I'm getting quite the collection. You did. You bought the first one. She has a kid in preschool, so she does. Yeah, see, I want to just do the lunch rushes. I have a sister-in-law who lives by me, ex-sister-in-law, but I still call her my sister-in-law. And she does this, and she goes out and does the mornings. She does mornings and lunch, and then she's done for the day. And she totally supports herself just doing that, nothing else. And she makes enough money. So, I just I can't get up and out that early. She's up and out the door by 6. I keep saying I want to, I'm going to, I have it. I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. Never say never. And the kindergartner. Oh, okay. She's busy. Preschool and a kindergartner. I remember those days. I have my daughter and my middle son are 2 years apart. I did it early too. 7, 8. Really? Was it profitable? See, I want to. I keep telling myself I got to get out there and do it, at least try it. But dinner was, I made the most doing dinner, obviously. But like I said, I just can't bring myself to go out there after dark. Plus, I get tired sitting in the car and it's dark. I'm like, so yeah, I'm gonna I pick up grandkids 3 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So Thursday and Fridays would be the only days I can actually, get out there and do it. Better than afternoon. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I heard they give you incentives and stuff. Yeah, we don't get that. At least I don't. I don't know. Maybe if I've been doing it longer, we'll see. But I'm just going to keep doing it. Hey, if it's bringing in money, I just need to bring in money at my age. Like I've said before, I was having a tough time finding a job. Everybody was telling me, do this, do that. And it just depends on where you're at. Some places, are hiring or accessible, but where I'm at, I'm out in the boonies. There's not a lot out here. And the jobs that are here were just paying barely minimum wage, even caregiving jobs. They just don't pay anything. So Uber pays, it averages out to be 20 something an hour for me. And then you get to write off so much. You get to write off your tires and even your windshield wipers. And so in the long run, it just paid so much more. And like I said, I can call my own schedule. Welcome to Walmart. Even that, the nearest one is like, 25, 30 minutes. But that would have even been a possibility. But nope, I'm just going to keep doing this as long as it works out. Like right now, I enjoy it and it's paying. So I'm just going to keep doing it. And then my daughter and I talked last night. We need to get Etsy going again. So we're working on that, mainly her, but I'm helping. I do too. We have fun, right? We have fun. And for me, it's the only way to be social. Always best to stay safe. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. So that's why, yeah, I carry something. And that's why I like having Diana go with me. I feel better when there's, two of us. And but it's very competitive. A lot of people are doing it because there's no waiting list. So there's a lot of people out there doing it. I see a lot of people that are retired. A lot of us older people are doing this. And I've seen husband and wife teams doing it. So it's very common to see people out there doing it. But I don't know if I would do it if I worked in a bigger area and had to drive far. Like I said, I don't drive far at all. 1.1 miles, 2.2 miles. Everything's really close. And there's a lot of retirees up here, people that don't want to drive anymore. So they're willing to pay somebody to pick up their groceries. Any tips for promoting homemade products that you sell online? I've always had a social presence. So I've always used my online platforms to promote. I run several Facebook groups in my area, actually the largest ones, two of the larger Facebook community pages. And I always use those to promote. My son started the one and I helped him on that one. And then I started one and it just made it easy for me. All I'd have to do is when I wanted to sell anything is just put it on there. Or back when I was doing classes, I was doing community art classes and stuff. I would just go on there and say, hey guys, I'm going to be doing a class this week at this place. It's going to be $30. I'll provide all the materials if you want to come. Just, PayPal me the money. So I was very fortunate that way. But I don't use that as much anymore since I've just been doing YouTube. I don't even go on anything really other than YouTube. Once in a while, I'll check my Facebook. I think it's I use it to stay in touch with relatives. I'll go on Instagram and stuff like that, but I don't post anything. I just am nosy, just see what they're all doing. And, we'll message each other, send each other inappropriate memes and stuff. Hi, you're not late. You're not late. We're still here. We're going to be here for a while. But yeah, I would suggest just, if you have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, post things on there and then post it on your Etsy. Oh, next door. I belong to that, but I never use it. And then meet them at Starbucks. That's smart. That's very smart. Yeah. And Marketplace. And I tell people that because the site I run is a buy sell page. And I tell people, be careful, when you're meeting up, don't go to people's homes. You wouldn't believe how many people will do that. Some people just don't know any better. It's like, yeah, meet at someplace like Starbucks or even the cop shop or whatever, and be safe. Meet people halfway. Otherwise, if you live far, far away, you might consider mailing the item. That's, with Etsy, you have to do that because we get orders from all over the country, of course. But we're going to work more on that. My daughter's, she's working on the site. She's got a lot of plans for it. I just kind of let it go because I've been doing YouTube. So I don't even, but I need to work on that a little more, make some more money. I'm going to get more motivated. See, last year I was doing my day job and that took most of my time. And so I was just sporadically doing YouTube, and then the job came to an end. The contract came to an end and I couldn't find any more work. So then I just dove into doing YouTube more and Uber. and it picked up the slack. Actually, I make more money now doing this than I did when I was punching a time clock. Thank God. And I get to call my own hours. That's the best part. And I don't know if you guys have watched that video. I had some good ideas in there. If you're interested, I gave a list of seven, I think it was 7 things you can do to make money if you can't find a regular job right now. And not only, were my ideas great, but you should read the comments. Thousands of comments. People had some wonderful ideas in there for making money if you're having a difficult time finding work or whatever. And it all just depends on what type of area you're in, what's going to work for you. So you might want to go look at that. It's been very helpful. And that video, you guys, it's 2 months old now, and it is at 375,000 views. I said it was viral when it got to 100,000. I was ecstatic, but it keeps growing. So that makes me really happy. And I think it's because a lot of people are in the same position. We're all trying to find ways to make some money, especially once you get older and you're having a hard time finding work, just aren't as hireable, or the job market is very competitive at this age. So, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, my channel is going to be talking more about, the things that we're faced with as we get older. Did I send the link right? Who'd you send a link to? Did you send it to me? I don't know. I'll have to check. Let's see. But did you send it to like my email or something, Diana? It is. Yeah, age discrimination is real. It's real. I have some people say, no, I don't have a hard time. Yeah, well, good for you. But some of us do face it. It's real. But I just want to talk more about that. And when I was younger, 60 was like a death sentence. I just couldn't even imagine turning 60. It's like, what's the point? There's nothing going on after that, right? Until you hit it, and you still feel like you're in your 30s, but don't look like it, but you're still that same person. You're not ready to just give up. You still got a lot of life in you, but it looks different at this point. And I just want to make the most out of it. I want to enjoy it. There's so much that I still want to do that I didn't get a chance to do. So I talk about that, doing that, making money, and trying to be healthy or get healthy, because I wasn't. 20 something is only going to stick around, right? Exactly. And I just feel like we're better workers. 60 is 10 years ago, is it? Well, and I see more and more people now that I'm older and I'm more aware of it, that are 60, 70, even 80, because I did a video about that lady that was 80 and she was out there doing Uber, and so inspirational. They're doing amazing things, so it's only bad if you want it to be bad. But I see a lot of people in this age group and older that are doing amazing things, and I love that. I love seeing that they're just starting a whole new chapter. People are falling in love or getting married or starting careers, starting YouTube channels, writing books, all kinds of neat stuff. And we have time, because you may not have had the time when you're younger and you're just working just to survive, or raising a family or whatever. But now, as we're older, we have time to pursue those things. And it's been exciting. My mom and her hubby are 80 and still working. We see that more and more. He's got a band. Oh my God. Mary Kay is still in business? I didn't know that. My sister used to do Mary Kay. Oh my God. See, I love hearing stuff like that. I bet they're great. That is so awesome. So awesome. You are online reseller. I thought about doing that. That always sounded interesting to me. You see, there's so many different things out there like that we can do, but some people just aren't aware, of what's available. And she's still driving. Yes. A car she won. But she's had, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a fun couple. I love hearing stories like that. That's how I want to be, you know. I always tell the story about this older lady that I run into, and I think she was 82. She looks amazing. She's darling. She looks like she's a dance teacher or choreographer. You know, she's just a petite little thing, but she has real long hair, but she wears it in a braid, you know, swept to the side, and she just is absolutely adorable. And she's still driving. I see her around town sometimes, and she just has it together, just her style and everything. But very nice lady. I don't know her personally, but I run into her. Remember when communities had activity? Yes. Yeah, you're right. They have. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You don't see that anymore. And there used to be more like senior groups, like walking groups and book groups and stuff like that. Yeah, you don't see those anymore. I would like to see that. I would join that. I've seen a hiking group, you know, the Sierra group and stuff. And that's something I would consider. Or remember dancing? Used to always see, you know, they'd have dancing, I don't know, not clubs, but you know, what was it? What were those classes you could take? And you always seen older couples taking these classes and learning swing dancing and stuff like that, you know, good exercise, and it was social. And I'm not social is my biggest problem. Those things sound nice. I know, right? I'm 61, and you no, I'm not 61, you are. I'm 64. But inside, and my mom had told me that. She says you never feel your age. You're always going to feel, you know, young inside. And it's true. You never feel like you're grown up. I keep thinking someday I'm going to be a grown up like everybody else, because I don't feel that way yet. I still feel like a kid inside. Yep. Me too. And you know, I always thought of my parents at that age. I always, in my mind, my parents were in their late 30s. Even, you know, my mom passed away in early 60s, but I always saw her that way. Arthur Miller, thank you. Thank you so much. It's exactly what I was thinking of. Are they even around anymore? I don't even know if they're around. But yeah, they were very popular. And like I said, good exercise. Mentally, I'm a kid inside. Now, physically, yeah, that's the thing. And that's what betrays us. Stupid bodies, you know. But that's why, you know, I'm trying to work on it. But it's inevitable. No matter how healthy you are, you're going to decline because you're not going to live forever. Our bodies aren't made to do that. We can take good care of ourselves, and we can feel good and healthy and strong, but it's still, you know, there's going to be a decrease in energy. And instead of feeling guilty or bad, like I said in today's video, you know, we got to learn to roll with it, because I feel like it's admitting I'm getting old because I don't have the same energy level I did when I was in my 20s, you know. And so I keep pushing past it, and it's like, it's okay. I think it was Arthur Murray and his wife. Really? I just found out about, you know, I tried to crochet and knit, could not do it. I don't have the whatever. I just can't do it. And I've tried. And my sister, who, you know, I took care of, she was mentally handicapped, but she could crochet and knit, and she was good at it. She could sit there and do it for hours. And bless her heart, she'd try and teach me, and she'd get so frustrated because I just couldn't pick it up for nothing. And I love it. I want, you know what I want to do? I want to knit or crochet, whatever it is, those, the big fat yarn, you know, those blankets now. I see those. I would love to do that. I'm wondering if I could do that. Like I said, I can't do the small things, but I wonder if I could do that. I think that would be fun. Yeah, that's something I need to try out. There's a weekly group. That would be cool. Yeah, I've seen like quilting groups and stuff like that, which, you know, those look neat, but those are things that are, I don't have the patience for. I admire women that do that, and it's beautiful, but I want instant gratification. When I work on things, I want it, I want to see the finished product, and you have to be patient. And I haven't learned that yet. I'm working on it. Right. Stupid phones. Spend more time scrolling and watching YouTube. I agree. DJ, when I drop something, the first thing that goes through my mind is, that's a long ways down to the floor. and I spend that time. And I stand and look. I know, right? Oh, I had one of those things where you could pick things up, and then my grandkids used it as a toy, so I don't have that. But yeah, I know. Even like in the stores when you drop money, it's like, yeah, it's a quarter. I didn't need it that bad. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Thank you. That's my daughter. I told her I was going to do this. I said, you don't even have to watch me. Just, turn your phone on because she's got lots going on. But I was afraid I was going to be in here alone because I didn't give you guys any notice. So, but it says we've got 33 people here. So that's awesome. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Um, I don't do too many lives, like I said. And when I do them with other people, because then I don't have to do all the talking. And believe it or not, I'm not a huge talker. I know people probably think that. Tell them, Britt. When I'm at home, I'm not a big talker. I talk because that's my channel. I can't be silent. And it wears me out. Like I'll probably be just like exhausted after doing this, trying to talk so much. Right, Diana? I'm not a big talker. Oh, thank you, Tina. Did you hear that? Did you see that, Britt? I use my feet to pick stuff up. Yep. My finger toes. Yeah, I've done that too. I know. Luckily, I'm close to the ground. I'm only 5'2", so I don't have too far to bend over. But, and then you got to be careful at this age when you bend over. A lot of things can happen, and I don't want that to happen out in public, like passing gas unexpectedly when you're bending over. That happens now. Not so much when I was younger. So I call myself an extrovert, but I too, yeah, you are definitely extroverted, which is awesome. I'm glad. I think that's why we mesh, because you're more extroverted than I am. It's hard. It is hard, Melissa. Like I said, I've only done a handful of lives. It's yeah, but I saw Buzz do it earlier and I thought, oh, it's fun. He was talking to people like I am now, because I don't usually do that because I'm so busy focusing on the person that I'm with. Sometimes I don't even read the comments. And I thought, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to read the comments. And the whole idea is to talk to you guys. That's why we're here. I just wish it was more interactive, like FaceTiming, that we could all see each other, but I love that you guys are talking to each other as well. Oh, thank you. Doing lives, yeah, it can be stressful for sure. But I do think it helps if you could do more lives. Some people just do lives. They just go online every day and then there's no editing. Think about it that way. So it's something to consider. I need to run and fix summer. Thank you. I appreciate that. It helps to create community. Yes. A vast majority of my subscribers that talk to me anyway are content creators. There's a lot of us. A lot of us are here. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do this, to talk to you. But thank you, Tina. Thank you for stopping in. And yeah, the more and more people are doing YouTube. I mean, why not? Right? Yeah, less editing. Oh, it's for dinner. I don't know. I don't know what she's making, but for me, what am I going to have? Probably leftovers. We've been eating leftovers for a week now. I don't cook. You guys know that. My husband does all the cooking. So if I have to cook, I'm still trying to get back on track with my healthy eating. So we're not going to talk about that right now. Maybe next week when I make it. But I have to make sides. Yeah, I can do that. I can handle that much. But yeah, how many of you guys here are content creators? I think quite a few of you are. What do you guys, are you enjoying it? Because I started, well, before last year. I've been doing it about a year and a half now. And it's been a lot of fun. I like meeting new people that are doing this, especially people over 60. We needed more. But now there's getting to be more and more, because it used to be just all young, hot, beautiful people, just aesthetic videos, showing them doing amazing things, which is fun. And I like watching those. But I went on looking for people like me. I wanted to see what are other older people like me that aren't building houses and all this kind of stuff. What are they doing with their lives? And we're all talking about the same thing. We're all in the same mindset after this age, trying to get our health back and our finances in order. Fancy Rain, is that how you pronounce that? I have a handbag business and I am having a hard time trying to show my face in YouTube and think of content to do. You inspire me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, hi, Sweet Willow. I love that. On a different channel, though, I make a lot of shorts. That's how Diana was doing it. She was making a lot of shorts. And then we talked to, who was it we talked to, Diana? It was that one guy that we did a live with. He's big. His name's Kevin. And I did a live with him and several other ladies. And he was just saying that, it's more difficult when you do shorts, even though the shorts get more views. Kevin, yeah. Even though the shorts get more views, it's misleading. You don't get your watch hours. They don't watch as long. So, and it's really hard to do both, to balance it. So he said, focus on one or the other. And so Diana did that. She's been focusing more on long content, and she's doing a lot better. I mean, she was doing great with her shorts, getting tons of views, but it doesn't give you your watch hours. I'm gearing up my channel. I need to, right? Oh, to be 52. You're a baby. I wish I was that young again. Yeah, you don't build community and you don't get your watch hours. Okay, let me ask a question. I have about 735 followers. Wow, on one channel on YouTube. If I hit 1,000, is that when they send you a check? No, I wish it was that easy. But you do need 1,000 subs, but you also need 4,000 watch hours. And usually what happens is you get one or the other. Rarely do you get them both at the same time. I was fortunate. I got both of mine almost within a week of each other. It was crazy. And once you get both, then YouTube emails you and lets you know you're eligible. And they send you, you have to fill out a few minor things. And basically it says that they can put ads now on your videos. And that's where you make the money, is the advertisements that they put on your videos. And then once you make $100, they'll send you a check. But the first month, even though I was monetized, I only made like $97 or $98. So I didn't get a check that first month. But the next month, I made a lot more. And then they added that check to it. And that's when Kevin Colby, thank you. Thank you, girl. Homo sapien 107. Isn't he great? Just such a down-to-earth guy. Yeah, and JB, I tell everybody about him. He was my mentor for helping me with my channel. And he's new and his channel is growing super fast, and he's funny, and he's got some great advice, because a lot of these channels just regurgitate the same thing and talk about hashtags and thumbnails and all that stuff. But he gives solid advice. As a matter of fact, I tell everybody I owe it to him. My viral video was right after listening to him. He was talking about the specific formula, and I thought, oh, what the heck, I'll give it a try, and bam. So too shy to do lives. I know it's hard. Maybe do one with someone else. Yeah, Kevin is great. Yeah, find somebody else that's in your niche and see if they'll collaborate with you. I'm 64 years old and single. I've been single for over 10 years. Good for you. I know I'm one of a kind. Now I'm wanting to meet somebody. Well, this is, there's a lot of people on YouTube. Or, if you want to find somebody local, that you've been single for 10 years, I see a lot more people people are staying single now. Less and less people are wanting to get involved in relationships. I've done videos on that too. Yeah, Diana's definitely going to get there. She's got it. She's got it. Some people just got it. We always talk about that. Some people have a great YouTube presence and they're just wonderful. But from what I've seen, and I don't know anything, I'm just telling you just from my experience. I've been very fortunate. I'm super grateful. But from what I've seen, it's luck. It's dumb luck, because you can follow formulas and you can do everything right and have all the equipment, and the algorithms for whatever reason don't pick you up, and then you guys know, you've seen too, there's channels out there that are just wretched, and they're they get a massive following and they're making a ton of money. And you're like, how? So I just say it's luck. I'm sure some of it, you got to follow the basic formula, but overall, some people just like I got that viral video. Up till then, things were very slow for me, and I was making videos every day, but I liked doing it. That was another thing. It's never felt like work. I enjoy doing this. It's therapeutic for me. It's been fun. And when I got that one viral video, my subscriber base went from 5,000 to what I have 22,000. And it went from 5 to 15, I think, overnight. And, now it's still growing, but not as fast. But yeah, this year I got monetized in January, and within a year I was up to 22,000, which is okay. It's not like anything to write home about, but I also know people that have been doing this for years and can't break 1,000. And I'm shocked because their channels are amazing. They're way better. They're more professional. They have better equipment. Their content is good, but YouTube is not picking them up. I just don't understand the whole algorithm thing, to be honest. Just think you can be your producer, director, like back in the day when TV was young. Now we can do it from our own home, right? I mean, really. And so we get to do it all, and it's fun. I'm learning all this stuff. I got a long ways to go, but yeah, we get to do all of that and editing, and it's been a lot of fun for me. I enjoy it, but I do recommend it. I watch a lot of channels from people that are older that are making really good money doing YouTube, and they don't have like tons and tons. They have less than 50,000 subscribers, which, that's still, for me, that would be a lot. I'd be ecstatic. But I mean, really, on the grand scheme of things, 50,000 is just, an average channel, but they're making a nice paycheck just doing YouTube. So, I tell people, if you have anything that you're good at, or you have a lot of knowledge about, start a channel. You won't know until you try. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like watching people that are my age. I do. Like I said, there's a lot of youngsters on here and they're fun, but I relate to people my age. I had a poem posted 6 months ago, 50 views. I just re-uploaded it with a different title and thumbnail, and it has 45. Right? That's another thing. Have you guys done that? Re-uploaded an old video and changed the title or changed the thumbnail. I've done that a couple times, and that works too. Old Mike is great. Old Me Living Better. Don't know that one. I'll have to check that out. If you ain't dead, you ain't done. Right? Old Mike started his YouTube channel at 80. Kyle! Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Kyle. That's awesome. I didn't expect that. I didn't give anybody any notice, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot of people to be here. Yeah, old Mike, he's something special, isn't he? 80 years old. And you talk about inspirational. Which one was my viral video? It was the one where I talk about alternative ways of making money when you get older. And I just give 7 ideas of what I do to bring in money now that I can't find a normal job, I guess. And so I just talked about that. And it's funny, when I did the video, it didn't take off for a couple days. It just like, so I thought, oh, okay, nobody really cared. And then it was a Sunday night. All of a sudden I noticed my numbers going up, and I'm like, what is going on? And I checked it on the video, and it had gone up like 10,000 overnight. I did have 2 that had done over 10,000, but it took a while. This one was doing it overnight. So I was just like, wow, I stood back and watched it. Oh, I know, Kyle. That's why I really appreciate you. So you just go by my voice. I'm so glad you're here. Now, I don't want to be personal, but are you legally blind? Or are you 100% blind? When you say you can't see, because I know a lot of people, you're young, I know, Kyle, but a lot of people, when they get to my age, we're always saying, I can't see, I'm blind, and I mean, I tell everybody all the time, that's with my readers. And I know people get so annoyed with these. But see, the thing is, I need them to read or to see my phone or anything. And if I took them off, I'd have to take them off every 5 minutes and put them back on. So I'm lazy. So I just leave them on. And plus I get the thrill of annoying people because they hate when I wear my glasses like this. But if I take them off and put them down, I swear to God, I lose them. I'm like, well, I can't see them. Where are they? So it's like, I don't care. I'm just wearing them like this. If they make me look old, too bad. I don't even care. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. You're so vibrant and happy. I love that. I'm hearing impaired. That's why I talk so loud. But yeah, I had problems with one ear. I had a ruptured eardrum, and then when it grew back, I have scar tissue, so everything's really muffled. Oh God, how do I get rid of this? Let's see. Hold on. Ban user, delete comments. Bye, Gizlet. Okay. Yeah, I knew we'd get something like that. I have 568 followers. Thread, and they're all women. I'm trying to get them to understand men and feel sorry for them. All of them want to talk to me. Hey, whatever works. Thank you. Thank you. I don't even remember the title. I don't even remember. And you know, the only other, not really viral, because I don't know how you describe what is viral. My grandkids say it's like you got to have like 1 million views or whatever, but it's different if you look it up for YouTube. I think if you have like 20% more views than you normally do, it's considered viral. So even if you're a small channel, if you all of a sudden got 15,000 views, that could be a viral video for you. So before I had that video, the one that had the most views was like 55,000 views. And I was like, wow, this is great. Right. And that was, I talked about the hardships my husband and I endured the last 7 years. You know, we've got a story to tell. And I just basically talked about, you know, things that we had gone through. And a lot of people related to that. Plus Jack Morgan picked it up. I don't know if you guys watch his channel. And, you know, he reviews other videos or critiques them. And he had posted it. And because he has like 200,000 people, it got a lot of views. A lot of people watched it. And a lot of people came to my page. Oh God, dang it. I thought I got rid of you. Let me see. Ban user and delete the comments. I'm going to take myself to the Chicago Auto Show next month. Oh, that's so cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm so glad you're going live. I never thought I'd be able to talk to you. Oh, thank you. Well, I appreciate that. I like hearing that. I did. I timed him out, but it said I banned him and his comments were removed. So I'm sorry, you guys. I knew that would happen. You always get some kind of creepers when you do stuff like this. You know, I've been fortunate. I don't get a lot anymore. You know, I used to get more trolls when I first started my channel than I do now. It's crazy. I don't get near as many. Once in a while. You know, I get negative comments, but I think that's just our age group. You know, we get bitchy when we get old. And I think that's what a lot of it is. Quit. So are you. I know. I love you too. But yeah, we get, you know, you get some negative comments, but I don't, because I'm older, I can understand where these people are coming from. I don't think they're trying to be mean. We just get blunt in our old age and we say things that can be hurtful. But I don't think people intentionally. I'd rather be friendly. Me too. God dang it. Are you guys still seeing these comments? How is he doing this? I keep hitting ban user and delete comments. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm going to just have to keep doing that. I'll have to keep an eye on this. I think almost all YouTubers get trolls in the chat. Yeah. I just expect them to be gross. I did you? Okay, hopefully you guys, he keeps changing his name by the number. Oh, is that what he's doing? Darn it. Weirdo. So many weirdos. That's just bad about you. You never know what kind of weirdo you're going to get. I just had recently noticed that I had people emailing me some weirdos that because I don't check my email, not the one that's connected to this. And I went and checked it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't see that before. But you got to expect it. If you're going to put yourself out there, you're going to run across that. Usually it's just people that want to be mean to you and tell you hurtful things. But when you get older, it's harder to hurt our feelings. You have to really work at it. But like I said, I get negative comments, but I think a lot of times it could be me. I take things, because I could be overly sensitive sometimes. So I don't. Oh, it was just some guy, Grizz something. If you see anybody with that, he'll probably come back in. Oh, hi. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. You get made up because you're blind? That's awful. I am sorry, Kyle. There are some really, truly awful people. But you know what? I always say or hurt people hurt people. Because people that are nice and kind usually haven't been hurt. It's usually somebody that's been hurt themselves and they want to hurt other people. So I don't usually get too upset, but I still block them. When people come in and they want to be hurtful. Life is too short to let that negativity in. And Kyle, you have such a great personality and you're so outgoing. I'm glad that you don't let that stop you. I know that's got to be difficult, but there's just a lot of weirdos out there, and they literally, I see them on other people's channels. They literally just go around looking for people to harass, and someday I should do a video just talking about the bad comments. Cause the bad comments don't faze me. I have a car channel and I'm blind, but I don't drive. That's why. Oh, I think that's really cool. You guys go check it out. What is your channel under your name, Kyle? Hopefully people will go check you out. You're considered legally blind. My vision is very limited, but it doesn't stop me. I play the piano harmonica. Wow. I can't even do all that. Trolls need to let it go, right? Just let it go. I've had people that, I'll ban them and then they'll come back in and it's them. They come in under a different name on my videos and stuff because you can tell by the way they talk. It's the same person. They'll go into this long old paragraph of why you shouldn't be on YouTube and how terrible you are. I had one person and I don't know. I rubbed them the wrong way. They don't want me on YouTube. I'm to this and to that. And it just makes them miserable. Tell the watchers that you do drive, right? Freak them out. Yeah, you drive. So what? I think that, be a good spin on things. But if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, it's a new year. This is the time to start. I tell everybody. Oh, thank you, Diana, for subscribing to him. I tell everybody, just get out there. You won't know until you try. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet people from all over the globe. And you learn new skills, you teach yourself things. And it's good for people like me that are introverts because it's a way of being social. And I don't know, I really enjoy it. See, Kyle, I love your spirit. You're so positive. I need more of that. I love that, and I get a lot of it. What kind of profession did you do when you worked before YouTube? Well, the last thing I was doing art therapy with autistic adults. And we had a goal in mind when I started doing it. And it was to get this person comfortable and get them into a program with other people because they weren't able to do that. And so we did really well and the time had come. So we were able to do that. So that's why that quit. But even before that, I had done art classes, community art classes and craft classes. And I did that in my community. And I did that for years and that I really loved that. But then I took off for like 7 years to take care of my sister. And so I was out of the workforce for 7 years. So when I went back in, I'm 7 years older, hadn't worked. It was really difficult finding work. And that's why I'm so glad to find YouTube and Uber. Your great niece is autistic. She was 3. Oh, bless her heart. Yeah, these trolls don't never have verified channels, right? And they never have a picture up. Yeah, it's always the same. I think we see more and more people on the spectrum, and that's what Diana's channel is about. If you guys are interested in Lonely in Truth, and she talks about having a relationship with people that are, it changes what's politically correct. I don't think we necessarily say on the spectrum or autistic. There's different ways of saying that, and it does change. So I don't want to be offensive or say it wrong, but we're seeing more and more people that are. It's becoming more common, and it's not like it used to be. There's people that are autistic, I guess, and they're amazing. They lead great, wonderful life. They just have these quirks, I guess. My friend from Internal Combustion Garage makes videos for me of his trucks because he has the camera equipment, but I filmed a few times. Oh, see, Kyle, I didn't even know that. You've been so lovely. I need to go check your channel out. I wasn't even aware. I'm very impressed. I will definitely do that. Are you? Yeah, like I said, it's becoming more and more common. Diana knows, we've talked. I suspected I'm on the spectrum. It's like I need to go in and get tested because I have some of the traits of somebody that's on the spectrum. And I think for the longest time I couldn't look people in the eye. I thought it was just from being shy, because I am shy. And I mean, people don't believe it when they see my YouTube video, but who I am online and doing videos is not necessarily the same person I am. My son and I are on the spectrum, right? And well, they don't know what's causing it anymore. So it is becoming more and more common. Now Diana said that it's not vaccines. For the longest time, that's what we thought it was. But now they're finding out that Asperger's, that's what it was. I was trying to think of the other term, because we talk about that too. And it seems, what did I read? I read not too long ago that 1 out of 9 children in school is considered to be on the spectrum now. That's how common it is. Yeah. Is that what you have, Kyle? Yeah. It's just becoming more and more. I rarely use one's name while speaking to them. I always felt like it was kind of condescending. I don't know. I hate it when people say Dawn. Okay, Dawn. And they keep talking Dawn. And it's like, I hate that. God dang it, you jerk. Go away. You're gross. Nobody wants to hear from you. Okay. He'll go make another one and come back, I'm sure. God dang it. Let me see if I can ban him. Jeez. Oh no. I banned Michael. How did I ban Michael? I meant to ban. Oh God. How do you unban somebody, you guys? There's no way I can unban him. Oh no. Oh no. I'll have to go back through and see if I can. I'm hoping he can still see this, because I think when you ban people, it just means they can't comment, but they can still watch your videos. If you're still watching this, I'll figure it out. I'll find a way to get you back. I'm so sorry. Oh, I think you were right above this other guy's comment, and I hit yours instead. God, you can unban him. Where? There was no. Let me see. I'm trying. I'll probably have to go into the studio to do it after we're done and see if I can unban him. I don't know how. Don't know how. That's terrible. See, there's so much I still don't know. I'm so new at this. I'm trying to figure it out. But, it's good to keep learning things as we get older, right? What better thing, right? So it's not the vaccination. Yeah, bye trolls. God. It's like, you got nothing better to do. Why is that fun? What weirdos. I just don't understand people. But I'm going to try. I'll try and figure out how to unban him after this. Like I said, on my channel, when I get rude comments, I go in and ban them, and then it shows you who you banned. And I was telling somebody, oh, I've only had to ban a handful of people. Oh no, I banned like 143 people. I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize I banned that many people. And I try to be lax. I don't want to ban everybody, it's like I got that many people, but I will ban people. Oh God dang it, here you are again. Oh my God, you're ridiculous, dude, or chick or whatever. Just keep trying. But yeah, I try to be more open, and because sometimes you think somebody's saying something rude to you. It's just the way you're taking it. Maybe you're having a bad day, so I won't necessarily ban them right away unless it's something really icky and I know they need to be banned. But sometimes it's like, okay, maybe I'm just taking their comment wrong, and so I'll let it sit, and then I'll come back later and I'll reread it and I'll think, oh, okay, this is what they meant. They didn't mean this. You know what I mean? So I try not to be too sensitive about things like that, because like I said, I can't afford to ban everybody. I don't have that big of a channel. I'll be nice here, but I cuss trolls out. Thank you, Kyle. Oh, okay, I have to go back in the studio. I think that's what I'll do. They like the drama. I know that they are, Kyle. That's exactly what they are. Easily take out of text. Yeah, see, with text it is. It's so easy to take things out of context. You don't know, and I've gotten to be friends with people that at the beginning their comments kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I let it slide because I wasn't sure. I think they're just blunt. And now, and I'm not going to say who they are, but they stayed, and through the months I've gotten to know them better, and it's like they're actually very nice people. I'm glad I didn't. What are the possibility of me being able to drive, being legally blind? I always wanted to work for the railroad, driving the train. Really? I don't know what it is to be legally blind, what the limits are there. I don't understand. I know I have an uncle that is considered legally blind, but to me just seems like, he has a vision problem, but not blind. So I don't understand how that works. But again, as we're getting older, those are things that get affected: our vision, our hearing. I have friends that wear hearing aids now, and everybody wears, well, not everybody. Some of you are lucky you don't have to wear glasses, but a big majority of my friends at least wear readers. And I never thought I would be one of those. But here I am wearing them all the time. Like I said, people just, it drives people crazy. And so I enjoy it more when people tell me how much they hate it. I'm wicked that way. It just makes me want to wear them more. It's like, really? They bug you that much, huh? So, well, you guys, I know a bunch of engineers that drive the train. I know, right? Oh, I'm sure, Kyle. I am sure. And yet I've seen some people that are blind doing amazing things, you know. Legally legally blind is defined as having a visual acuity no greater than 2200 in their better eye. Oh, okay. I meant 20-degree visual field. I'm going to be getting there. The last time I went in to take the driving test, they won't let you wear your glasses, the readers to read the thing. And I almost couldn't see it. I told my daughter, next time I'm going to memorize it before I go up there. No, that's not a good idea. I'm not going to do that. But I was scared because I thought, what if they deny me my license? That's worrisome. That's why a lot of older people stop driving, because of that. And once you do that, once you lose your independence, that makes such a huge difference. Done a video about that too. I talked about that in the beginning because that's what happens. So I'm scared, and eventually that's, it's going to happen. Is that a Hyundai you drive? No, but I used to have one. How funny. You caught that, huh? It looks very similar. No way. No way, Diana. He made cookies. Your guy made cookies. Did you get a new guy? Now this year after 65, you have to take the vision test to renew your driver's. cheat the vision test. I wish I could help you. I know it's scary, right? There, oh my God. I freaked out. So I know the next time I go in, I'm going to need somebody, to go in with me because I'll help you if you help me. Because the idea of not getting my license renewed, man, at what age do they stop renewing it in the mail? Because I've been doing that for years. I finally had to go in because my picture was so old, it looked ridiculous. It didn't even look like me, I'd been renewing it by mail for so long, you know, and it's like, I got to go in and get a more up to date picture, or the police are going to think it's a fake ID. But, isn't it like after 70 or something that you have to go in regularly and take the test? Hyundais have a different. Oh, really? And I do have a loud blinker. Oh my gosh. See, you pick up on things that I wouldn't have thought of. Wow, Kyle, that's good. Because it's true. I do. My blinker is, I always get embarrassed when I'm filming in the car. It's like, my God, why is my blinker so freaking loud? Independence and mobility are huge. Yes, yes. So important. I wear glasses all the time, so this summer I will have to inform them of it. I think they let you take the vision test with your glasses. Do they? Because I had to take mine off because they asked me if they were readers or something, and I remember having to take them off. I was like, no. What kind of car is it? I have the biggest car you can get because I needed something that I could seat. I have an SUV. I needed to take all my grandkids. I was tired because for a while there, I had all my grandkids, a big majority of the time. I was watching them, and I hated having to take two cars. So I wanted something that seated 7 people because back then I had 6 grandkids. And so, yeah, I have a huge gas guzzling SUV. But you know what? My kids are getting older. They're going to be driving. 2 of my grandkids are getting their driver's licenses this next year. So I don't think I need this big of a car anymore, but I've always drove a truck or SUV or van. Very briefly, we had a small car. I know, I love my car too. Ooh, no, I would love that to have a Tahoe. I need something big because I like camping and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I've never driven a car. It's just, like I said, just briefly, they don't work for me. I need a truck or something. They ask if your glasses are readers, so they know, okay. And if they're readers, they want you to take the test without them because they aren't. Okay, that makes sense. And that's what happened. And I did have prescription glasses, but I tossed them. They were the I forget what they're called again. Where you have both. And they caused a depth perception, and I fell several times. And so I blamed it on the glasses and I tossed them, and I just stick with the readers. A car just by the blinker and the way the engine starts up. That is amazing. Yeah, bifocals, but it's also got another name. You guys, progressives. Yeah, and I didn't like them. I just did not like them. But I mean, I could wear them like this, like you're supposed to wear your glasses, but it was 2 different levels, and I did not like it because I don't need it as much for up here, but I definitely need it for seeing, reading, and everything. And, of course, my eyes are getting worse as I get older. I would love it because, I would like to get a really cute pair of glasses. All my friends are wearing them. I want the like big glasses. So I might have to go back in and get some. But there was a time when, I never would have wore glasses. I never liked them. But now everybody has to wear, well, when you're older. God dang it, dude. Seriously? What are you going to go through every number? Now he's back, and now he's number 9. Oh, my God. Oh, he's keeping me on my toes. They're awful. I know. You have to. I take them off for close work. Yeah, they're lineless. That's why. But I don't care. Like I said, years ago, I would have hated that I have to wear these, But it's so weird. That's one of the things that's good about getting older. You get to the point where stuff like this, I don't care. People are like, "Oh, but I can't see your eyes." I don't care. I can see. That's all that matters to me. It's not what I look like to you. It's I like seeing. Seeing is more important to me than looking cute to you. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I don't really care anymore. It's kind of freeing. I kind of like that. Um, Maybe I need to do that. Try a new eye doctor. I'm not. I need to. I do need to do something because I can't just keep doing this. I would like to have glasses that I could wear normally, but then there won't be any fun of driving other people crazy by wearing them down my nose. So we'll see. And like I said, I think some glasses are super cute. I see some people wear them and they look absolutely darling in them. Um, I like your glasses, Diana. They're darling. But oh, I've got my laptop and my phone going, and Alexa came on. She thought I was talking to her. Thank you. It's just who I am. That and the head wraps. Those drive people crazy too. I haven't worn them in a while, but I like it when it drives people crazy. Ah, is that what it is? Betsy Johnson. I'll drive people crazy for you. Well, thank you. I do a pretty good job of that. You know, um, yeah, when I was wearing the head wraps, oh my God, the comments I would get on that. It was either pro or negative. Most people were pro. They were very sweet, very nice. But the ones that were negative were so vocal. Oh my God, they hate the head wraps so much. And it's like, okay, I get it. You don't like it. But why do you think it's going to matter if you tell me how ugly I look with it on, that I'm going to go, oh, really? Oh, I shouldn't wear it then because you think it's ugly, even though I don't know you and don't care about you, you know? But people are funny about that. They think their opinion really matters to other people. But I mean, if I saw somebody doing something like that, I just keep it to myself. So I always am surprised that people feel like they are just compelled to let you know their opinion. I like them too. They're different, and I don't wear them all the time. My hair's been growing back in. It's fuller. I don't have as many bald spots. I still have some, but my hair's been growing in, and I can style it because I couldn't when I lost a lot of my hair when I was sick. You can't style it, and I couldn't wear wigs. They were too hot and itchy. So I just found head wraps, and they worked for me, and I got used to them. And I don't know. When I was wearing them at the beginning, people, I guess, hadn't seen, an old white lady wearing head wraps. And so they just had to make a big deal about it. I love the rings on all your fingers. Well, thank you. I know I had a friend that did it. I don't know. Maybe I copied her. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're getting new floors. Lucky girl. Well, I got new floors this last year. Finally, 25 years here, and we finally got new floors. It took a flood. Oh, well, you're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh God, here you are, dude. Back again. Well, let's see. You're working your way down. Now you're at number 7. I think you started out as 15. Maybe when he gets to 0, he'll stop. Um, but no, and actually there's a sadistic side of me that, enjoys that kind of stuff when people write and tell me how much they don't like that kind of thing. I'm weird. But I've had people give me a hard time, and that's another thing. When you're older, you don't care what other people do. You don't care. Even if you don't like it, you don't care. It doesn't bother. I'm too busy worried about my own self and what's going on in my life to focus on you and the fact that you want to wear your hair a certain way or dress a certain way. I don't care. It doesn't bother me, but for some people, it really does. They get bothered when you dress a certain way or wear your hair a certain way, and they just have to tell you. It bothers them, So, and like I said, I get some sadistic pleasure out of annoying people that way. Just those kind of people, not everybody. But thank you. Right? I always say that too, Kyle. They're all in their mommy's basement with no job. I mean, come on. If he was working and living a normal life and had things going on, he wouldn't have time to be trolling it, right? But no, you know what? I got to be honest with you guys because I've actually had people ask me if I use filters, which I don't. My kids can contest to that. They watch me. They can see it's my camera. I have an old phone, and it's just because it's not sharp, so you don't see things as bad as they really are. And I want to get a new phone. When I use my camera, I have a beautiful camera that I use for aesthetic shots. I don't film myself. I film, my surroundings and stuff. And I use my phone when I'm filming myself. And like I said, because it's an older phone, it's just I don't know. This is the way it looks. And I'm sure, you're probably not seeing things as bad as they are. And the lighting too, lighting and angles, because trust me, I do. I look my age. If you see me in real life, I look my age, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Remember Laverne and Shirley would tell people who staring, take a picture. It lasts longer. Oh yeah, I know, right? You want me to send you one or what? Because and it only happens online. In real life, people aren't that rude, but online you can hide, because you don't have a picture and I don't know you. So you can say whatever you want to me, like this weird troll guy, you know. Be weird if it was somebody I actually know. I don't look my age. You are just so sweet. But I don't feel my age, but I do. And you know what? One of my biggest pet peeves is women that like on their birthday, oh God, here you are, you're down to number 6. Oh my God. Let's see if I can get rid of you. There you go. Is women that'll post pictures on their birthday when they turn 60. This is what 60 looks like. And you're supposed to go, oh, you don't look a day over 30. And I feel like saying, no, this is what 60 looks like on me. I look 60. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different idea of what 60 should look like or 70 should look like. This is what 60 looks like on me, and I don't like it when women need that validation. That, oh no, you're not getting older, because we're getting older, and I want to feel comfortable getting older. I don't want to feel like I constantly have to stay younger and look younger, because trust me, it's not easy to try and stay younger. I've gone through that years ago when I was still more insecure, but as you get older, I don't know, you change. It's not as important to you anymore. You want to look nice. I always want to look cute. Everybody wants to look cute, but I don't mind looking older. I think it's like we've been talking about, people have a bad idea of what older is. It's looked upon so negatively. Don't say you're old. Old is a bad word, and it's like, no, old just means you've lived a long time. Be proud of that. Doesn't mean you're unhealthy or decrepit. I mean, yeah, you can be, but you can be young and unhealthy and decrepit. I'm trying to let people know that being old is not the end of the world. Tell them what 60 feels. 60 feels great. I actually feel better now than I did when I was in my 50s, because when I was in my 50s, I was very sick. And I had let myself go after that once I got sick. And I felt miserable, but I was able to turn it around the last couple of years. I feel better now than I did back when I was in my 40s. I feel good. I feel strong and active, and it doesn't matter to me. It's like those people that would rather smoke to lose weight and be thin rather than, be chubby. And it's like basically it's okay to be unhealthy as long as you look good. That's more important. And it's like, if I still have a lot of weight to lose. I've lost some weight, gained some of it back, but I've lost some weight. And as I lose the weight, things hang. I've got the jowls and the neck stuff going on. And I'm not thrilled about it, but it's part of losing the weight. Would I rather stay fat and look better? No. I'd rather lose the weight, and if things hang, they hang, as long as I feel better. Oh God, dude. What did I say you were down to? Number 5. Let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we can get that. Okay, did I get all of them? Because I missed a couple. Okay, must go. Bye, Diane. I'll see you tomorrow night. See you tomorrow night. I'm just ignoring him. Um, are you okay now? Yeah, it's not on YouTube, but I'd love to show it. Oh, really? Yes, I would love to. Put it on YouTube. I would love to see it. But yeah, anyway, I just want, women to feel comfortable, getting older. It's not a bad thing, We're the lucky ones if you make it to this age. My mom died when she was younger than me. I feel very fortunate to be um in my 60s, and I look forward to being in my 70s, and I know I'm not going to look like a supermodel. I didn't look like a supermodel when I was in my 20s, so I don't really care. But I just want to feel good. I want to be healthy and strong and have fun and enjoy my life. And I don't care, But like I said, we all want to look our best, but that doesn't necessarily mean looking younger, you know. Um, I used to not like the gray showing in my hair. Now I don't let it bother me. Mother Nature is giving me wisdom highlights in my, oh, I like that. I envy women that have beautiful silvery gray hair or go white. Mine's kind of a yellow gray. It looks gross. If it was a pretty gray or white, I would let it grow out. I've seen some women that are just stunning, have beautiful gray hair. I hope to get to that point because getting tired of coloring it. And I don't do it because I want to look younger. I do it because it just looks gross. I looked terrible. I can't yet until oh, you're going to release an album. Oh my God. Can you send that to me, Kyle? You can email that to me. I would appreciate hearing that. My gosh, that's amazing. You're so talented. Oh, there you are. You're at number 4. We're getting there, dude. Let's see if we can get down to 0. Okay, there we go. You guys, I have talked for what, an hour and a half? It's been fun. I could probably talk all night. You guys are so fun. I enjoy doing this, but I haven't had dinner yet. I do want to go eat some dinner, but I want you guys to go watch the video I did today. I was very proud of that one. I enjoyed making that one, and I just was talking about how, this new year, I'm going to make some changes, but it's not like the old years. When you make resolutions, it was always, I'm going to lose 20 pounds and I'm going to do this. It's not like that. My resolutions have changed. I just want to enjoy my life more. I talk about that, having more fun as I get older. And yeah, I just would like to hear from more people. When I wash my hair, I put some baking soda in my hand with the shampoo, and my silver shows up even more. It makes it more silvery and looking instead of dull. Maybe I'll try that, because see, it's right in here. It's like I said, it's a yellow. And for the longest time, I didn't even know because I highlight more, so I wasn't even sure. But eventually I could tell, oh yeah, that's great. But it's just like right around the front. And like I said, I have an aunt. She went all white. She's gorgeous. And it looks good with her skin tone and her eyes and the way she wears her makeup. She looks absolutely beautiful. Um, I wish my hair looked like that. Maybe someday, but right now, no, it's a dishwater blonde. It's dark and it's not flattering. You'd think your natural hair color would be flattering. It's not. It looks absolutely terrible on me. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to end this now because I am getting tired. It's tiring. Especially when I don't have anybody there. No, you're down to 3. I'm gonna leave before you make it to 1. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. What am I saying? I'm just polite by nature. It's just I can't help it. I'm even oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, I'm mad. You made me delete Kyle. God dang it, Kyle. Oh no. I hope he can see this. Kyle, I'm gonna go back in the studio and unban you. Oh my god. This guy's a jerk. Where are you getting those comments? Are you watching your Facebook account? No, I don't even look at Facebook. I'm just mainly on my YouTube account. I get, negative comments, but are you talking about the weirdo that's commenting now. That's just coming across the stream. Said he was banned, but dang it. I got to let you guys go. I got to go in the studio and let Kyle back in. Oh, that breaks my heart. Have a good evening. Hi. Thank you, Joan. I'm so glad you guys were here. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. And yeah, go watch that other video if you get a chance. Like I said, I think that was a good one. I try not to get too long-winded. So, but I'm going to let you guys go. And good night, Sandy. Oh, are you kidding me? Did you just get here, Sandy? Have you been here for a while? I just didn't notice. Darn it. I'm sorry. I can feel it in my voice. Thank you, Melissa. I'm really glad you were here. All of you guys. This was a lot of fun. I'll try and do it again. I need to start doing it on a regular basis. That's what most people do, but I don't. Thank you, DJ. And I really appreciate you. You've been so encouraging. So thank you. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight and I'll see you guys online. And yeah, you've been here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish I had known, but yeah. I'm going to say goodnight. Good night. Good night, ASBMP.